All right, so let me continue. All right. So next thing is a product illustration. Okay, so at the end we also will generate all these document and even those right e-application. So whatever the form, the question we ask in this proposal form, so we also build in under this e-proposal. All right, under this e-proposal. The next thing, digital signs, as we have further types, a few types. Actually, we can use it as a digital and also hard copy sign. So hard copy sign is something like we submit this e-app. So you need to scan through like e-dot, all right? So you can use this hard copy sign. Then POIV, this is for the verification, authentications for that particular person. Okay, and auto underwriting engine is a reflexive health question. So later on, I'll go through all these benefit and also in terms of payments, all types of payments that are available. Okay, so tips to use this iMS, right? Of course, right? Existing customer information we already built into the existing database, and of course, simplified need analysis to key in for the policy owner, and also additional information screen, but it's not a mandatory screen lah. So and some of the like as I mentioned earlier, some of the informations we key in the front, right? So it will auto populate later on, so we no need to do this kind of repetitions or duplications to key in all the information. It's such a waste of time, but it can speed up all the process. All right. Then confirm the e-signature setting. Okay. Whether they want to go for face-to-face, so you can use the iPad sign on the iPad, or even those right your customer outstation, so you can do this kind of remote, or even those like a hard copy signs. So I key in certain information first, and I give the hard copy sign on the hard copy sign first, and later on, right, I using this hard copy and I scan through, okay, through this e-dot. And of course, right, some of the informations, right, it can be expired, like especially when generate all those like SI lah, okay, the sales illustration. So in terms of prevent all these methods, right, so we can use this duplicate SI. Okay, and retrieve potential customer info as well, and manage consents for agents less than 1 year. So if let's say Mr. Tan or Mr. Tan or Mr. Tiam, let's say you are a leader, right? So as you know that the agent less than 1 year, right, need your approval lah. Let's say you are the leader. So for those agents, they are less than 1 year, they need a managers to approval lah. Okay, and make sure your internet connection is strong and also stable lah, because when doing all these submissions, it's all go by live, and keep your iMS version up to date as well. Okay, so where we can download these IM solutions, right? First of all, you must have your access to your agency portal. So once you log into agency portals, right? So you can go to the home page, right? There will be a category under this software download. Just click for that. And then otherwise, right, you can go to this hamburger, or we call 3-bar icon. You just click that, and then you go to sales and you search for the software download. So in software downloads, right, you opt for the mobile application. Right, so mobile application, I think in the first row, right, you can see this IM solution. Then secondly, check your device, check your IMS, see your IMS, right, whether your version or your operator systems, right, able to support the version or not. So here we already indicate, okay, what type of devices and also the operating system, at least you must fulfill, at least minimum version, how much, okay, here is stated 15 and above lah. Okay, and if let's say today, after today's sessions, right, you're still very confused, or maybe you still feel very lost, or maybe you need some guideline, right? Actually, you can go to the guide over here, just download the IMS guide. So inside the guide, right, we have all the manual over here, right? Even though we already segregate by the modular, so you can choose which modular you want to refer it. Then you just click for the modular, because this is a PDF file, so it can link to the respective module. All right, so for the IMS process flow, right, so actually we have categorized to 3. So simplified need analysis, like even those, right, we just want to know about the pricing, the premiums, right? So even though you in front of the customer asks for the pricings, right? So you can quickly, click for this quick need analysis. Sorry, it's not quick need analysis, it's a quick code lah. Actually, they missed out already. Okay, so simplified need analysis, right? Actually, they ask a simple question. Then later on, they will build in under this CFF, and also for the product illustration as well. Then the secondly, 4 step to complete the customer info is including CFF, EAP, proposal form generated, and also the last but not least, right, we need the customer to give us an IC so we can proceed to this pro ID identification. And last but not least, right, is under e-signature and submit with the payment. So customer sign, submit, and proceed to the payment. Okay, so first of all, right, let me go through with you about this today, the modular. So don't worry, we will go through one by one. So this is a modular agenda we will go through with all guys. Okay, so first of all, talk about this iMS solution guide. So first of all, I think most of the agents, right, maybe they do not have this iPad, but of course, we have this feature. The agents, right, actually, they can share iPad within their agency. Okay, but must be under the same unit lah. Okay, meaning to say agent A, agent B, right? They are reported under the same unit manager. All right. So how to utilize these functions, right? Actually, after you download, right? So first of all, you need to key in your agent code and then sign in by your password. So after you sign in, normally they will pop out this important reminder, like as how we handling a customer sensitive data. As we know, we collect a lot of data, which is very sensitive one. So this is an important reminder, need to remind to all the agency. All right, so this after you log in already, right? So this will be a home page. So as I mentioned here, this is a quick code, right? So actually we can click for that, right, to generate the quotation based on the customer give us a budget, right? So you're able to generate the code by the respective product. All right, so after you key in already, right? So how we going to change all the information? So basically you can go to HLF Fast, the top right here, you just click for that, right? Then they link to this homepage, right? Then actually you can click for agent profile. If let's say you are share iPad with your friends, right? So you need to log out your friends punya username first lah, huh? And then you log out, then you log in again. Okay, so after you click log out, they will ask you a message, right? They will pop a message. Actually, are you really want to log out or not? So you just tap yes. After that, right, you re-sign in again, right, based on your information. All right, this for sharing cases lah, huh? So after you key in all this what we call sign in here, right? So they will link to this portal login. So you need to key in this portal ID. Actually, this portal ID actually is similar to your agency portal. Okay, so you key in, then after that you scroll down, then you understand, you agree with all the terms and conditions, you just click agree, then they will turn, after you scroll down to the bottoms, right, then you just they will from gray color they will change to this blue color, then you just click it, I agree. All right, then they will, for first time login, right, actually they will ask you to fill out whatever the information. So normally for the basic information, right, they will populate it under this page already one. Okay, and please cross check and remember those mandatory key, right? Agent contact number, email address. Okay, so with this, what we call the hash. Okay, or it's not hashtag with a small star symbol here, right? It's a compulsory. Here, ladies and gentlemen, actually here this is for the reference. So remember to change all this corresponding address. So please don't put Hong Leong Assurance Level 3. This is our office, okay? Because we are using a staff ID. All right. So remember, change to your respective corresponding address, your contact number, and even though your email address as well. All right. Then remember to click next. After that, right, so they will link to you this for change your password. So after you key in the first password and then confirm the password, then you click next. Then they will link you to this re-login again lah. All right, so using your new password. Okay, so after the sign again, right, the message important will pop up and then we'll link to this main page. All right, then next, right, we will go through this guide to create a customer profile and also create need analysis. So where we can create the customer profile, right? So as you can see, for the first tab, you just click new client or SI. Okay, so after you click it, then this is all the important notice. Okay, so I'm not going through. Then you just click proceed lah. So all is like PDPA lah. So because we handle a lot of like we are doing this data collections lah. So all the compliance rules and regulations, right? So but you have to go through lah. Then just click proceed. Then you just key in customer information. So with this asterisk, the red color one, so it's a compulsory, which is mandatory field we need to fill up. All right. So after fill out already, then you just click for next. And then let's say this policy is bought from by from those children 16 years old, you just click yes or no. So either you can go to the quick code or either right you can generate what we call the end-to-end sales process. So if let's say the customer tend to buy or want to go through all the process, you just click this blue button next. Okay, then here is to fill out all the information now. Okay, for the respective information. Then, for example, with the select country, Malaysia, region, the races, all right, and then the mobile phone. And please remember to verify, to double confirm their mobile phone and email correct. Please make sure it's correct. Because right in HLA we start to practicing the e-contract, e-honoration, because right, all the contract, right, you will send to the customer, even though before they download, they will receive those like access code for the signing. So make sure the phone number and also the email address is correct lah. Okay, even though for the select investment preference, so this is a simplified CFS, so we will ask the customer upfront already. But later on, when go to CFF, right, all the information they will auto populate under CFS, so we no need to key in. Okay, again. So this one is the address, right? So I'm not going through lah. I think it's quite straightforward. So what are the corresponding address, right? Whether it's a residential, office, or others lah. So after that, right, so we will go to this children and dependent details. If let's say the customer don't want to fill out upfront, right, so they can skip for now. If let's say they want to fill out, you can click this add children. So whatever the information you fill up here, right, so it will auto populate into the CFF. And same also after you fill out the children independence already, so they will link to this page. It's called existing policy detail. So existing policy details same also. If let's say the customer don't want to fill out at upfront, so they can skip for now, or even though if let's say they want to fill out the upfront, right, so you just click add plan over here. Okay, so fill out accordingly. So wherever all the information over here also will populate it, okay, in the proposal stage under the e-application. So once they fill out, click done, then we click next. All right. So here starting, right, actually it's a simplified financial need analysis. So if let's say Mr. Tan, you still can remember, right, one of the tools built in into this iMS, right, we have this financial underwriting calculator. So this financial calculator, actually, they will build out the functions is like how to calculate based on their income, their assets, right? So how much is their sum at risk actually? So how much actually they need to cover lah? They need the proper, I mean the sum assured they want to buy for. But of course, this is just for a reference for reference to the prospect. But however, whatever all the information here, right, it won't be carried out for the later on fill up part lah. Okay, it's just for a calculator. Okay, so this is a sample. All right, so just once you tap in, right, so actually they will come out with another windows, right? So we just fill out accordingly, then just add it. And even though this is for the liability, so after you key in already, right, so it will calculate based on the person profile, their assets, okay, their income. So how much, right? Basically they need to cover for that. All right. So the information entered here will not be saved lah. However, okay. So then after that, right? So we go to this simplified need analysis, right? So for financial planning, so here is enter the month budget based on the customer affordability. Okay, their monthly budget. So their priority is what? I think this is all in the CFF lah. So actually you can click. Even though I click wrong already, right? Actually you just tap again, right? It will become the untap already one lah. The function actually is very user friendly. So after you select already, right? So you click for the next. So basically the following the financial need analysis, right? We build in the formula is like what you want to achieve, and then we minus whatever existing policy or what are the saving you have, right? So it's equals to your gap or which is your need. So we will base on the needs, right, to tailor make with the respective product and then to help to achieve customer financial goal. Okay, so this is a simplified financial need analysis. Okay, so all right. So what you have actually is here. So actually this is a need lah. So for the need is for the needs, right? Actually is one we minus half, so it's equals to the need actually. Okay, so this is a priority 1, 2, 3, 4, as I mentioned. Sorry, too fast already. Okay, the first part is the income protection, and second, right, actually is based on the retirement lah. So actually, all the formula is a similar one, and slightly different is for the children educations, right? Actually, we will build out this what we call the children, and also how many children they have. Okay, why we only choose for the children the age, right, is until 5, because right after the 5, right, actually we will go for the until for as a what we call a general saving. All right, so number 4, actually this is under the saving or investment need. So after the, let's say the children actually is a 6 years old, right, actually you can pick under this saving or investment need. Okay, all right. So next, right, is a guide to create a product illustration. So after we fill out the simplified need analysis already, right? So actually this iMS, they will recommend the relevant product recommendation lah, huh? So actually it's based on the priority. One, okay, which product actually is suitable to this customer. So after we select, right, actually you just tap for the get code. Okay, for example, this customer maybe they want to choose for Asset Elite, you just click for get code, so it will bring to this product illustration. Okay, so please bear in mind, right? So for those like this checklist, right, with this exclamation mark, right, we meaning to say the part, right, haven't complete yet lah. All right. So even though you want to cross-check the customer information, right, you just tap here, then it will link it to another window to cross-check all the customer information. And then just bear in mind for those, let's say you are proposed like a pregnancy care rider to the prospect, right? So please remember, right, to put this mother indicator, which is the baby or unborn baby, or even though the fetus or maybe the babies, right, actually attached with which one mothers. All right. So please make sure this must be a mother's name lah, and please click yes mother indicator. All right. Then after you fill out already, right? So we will go to this see the exclamation mark. Even though right, you don't need to scroll down, then you just click, you just tap, okay, the relevant segments, right? Then it will bring you to the part which is haven't complete yet. So as you can see on the screen, right? So once I tap here, right, you see there's a lot of red color here, meaning to say the part yet to fill up the information. All right, even though you want to change some of the information also can man, okay, there will be appear some of the drop down listing or maybe fill in the blank. So actually you can correct the information. All right, so with this basic plan, right, there's a lot of information haven't filled up yet. So you just click wherever the premium mode lah, then the details, even those, right, because for the Asset Elite, this is Asset Elite, right? Even though in, let's say you choose for the complete covers, right, we have 2 types of coverage. Actually, you can opt for a level cover or maybe for the increasing cover. All right. So it will be a drop down listing. You can choose to select for that, even though the payment term as well. See? Then after you tap, you scroll down already, right? So basically this iMS, right, is very chunky one. So even they will recommend some of the rider to the prospect, but don't worry, this is not compulsory, just recommend, okay? So when you see this message pop up, right, you just click okay. So if let's say you don't want the rider which is recommended by this iMS, right? Actually, you can delete all the rider lah. Then where to add the rider? So at the segment from the rider, you just click add. Then you just type the rider name, or maybe you can search by this rider. Even though in the riders, right, they already categorize like CI lah, PA lah, term lah, medical lah. So it categorized already one. Okay, so it's very, very user friendly. So after you select the rider already, you just close for that. Then this is for the delete lah. Let's say you want to delete the riders, right? So it will pop out a message to alert you whether you want to delete this rider or not. Okay, so after you delete, for example, or add in already, right? So all the under this PI product illustrations, right? The all green tick here is already team settled already. Is it team settled already? But not yet lah. Because the last button, remembers, right? You need to click what? Here, sorry. Here is a fun. The scroll down is a fun. Remember to click finish. All right, because this one actually they were recommended lah. If let's say you want to change, you just tap it, then you change to the relevant funds you want. Okay, you wish to recommend to the customer one. Okay, and don't forget after you done the part already, right? So you need to click finish lah. Because just now, as you can see the screen right here is a gray color one ma. So once you click finish, right, from gray color it will turn to green color, meaning to say they validate already for this part. Okay, so actually at the moment you can email this quotation, you can email the PDS also the fund fact sheet to the customer right now at the moment here. Okay, so after you finish, okay, so it will bring you to, remember you can click here the quotation, we click back, so it will bring you to this view quotation. Now if let's say you complete the process, right, here they will light out with blue color buy now. If let's say here if haven't complete, right, here they will appear gray color buy now, you cannot click one. So only blue color only can click. All right, so even those, right, as I mentioned earlier, right, all this information which is expired date, right, all the data we only can store 30 days. This is the Bank Negara rules. If let's say you propose to the customer already, then customer go back and ting lah. So it say, after a month already, right, the customer only decide. When you look at this expired date, 29 days, you quickly you swipe to the left, okay, to duplicate the SI, so you no need to do again. But of course, your iMS must be updated, your SI must be updated, because right, on and off, right, we will do this kind of what the SI update one, or maybe product update lah. So please always remember to fresh your iMS version lah. All right, so you can swipe from your left, right, so you can duplicate this SI. Okay, so if let's say the customer already decide, okay lah, I want to buy already lah, so you can straight away create this e-proposal, because we only generate the product illustration we haven't generate ask the customer all the help question am I right, and also the detailed CFF yet. Okay, so now right now, right, let's say the customer decide to buy this one, this proposal or this plan, so you click buy now. Now here is the following. I'm going to share with you the e-proposal guide. So after you click buy now, right, same also important notice all here, blah blah blah, it pop out. Okay, so you go back and read lah. So you just click accept it. So here they will appear a checklist. So same also, there will be a checklist. Green meaning to say it's already complete. Just now our quotation, our SI is already completed already ma. Okay, right now we need to fill. It's not filled out. We need to complete the following module. Okay, so first of all, we want to know who is the policy owner and who is the payer. So after complete the next module, you just tap here, then it will bring to this policy owner or payer lah. Okay, if let's say it's the same payer, it's a first time for sure, I buy for myself, right? Then here you can click this one. If let's say the policy owner or it's a different person, like for example, it's like maybe husband buy for the wife lah, for example lah, then you just add policy lah, policy owner over here lah. Then select payer, like especially for those like minor case, okay, father buy for the children, all right, so who pay the policy, so maybe we will be a payer, okay, or another payer. So source of fund or wealth, so where is the source of fund or wealth? So normally it's by salary or maybe by the business income for those who are entrepreneur lah. And then okay, so you just click respectively, and the second question also will ask about source of wealth as well. Okay, then after you fill out already, right, then you just click for the dashboard, then we complete the second module. Okay, then the third one is a customer fact find, and for Mr. Tan and also AD, right, for your informations, right, for the CFF and for the EF and also proof of identification here, right, actually we no need to follow the sequence. Actually, let's say your customer is rushing all the times, right, okay, and you just want to make sure your CFF is complete already, and later on you go to EF, right, certain information you just fill out, right, then you can go to this POIV first. Okay, later on I will tell you in more detail. Okay, but right now at the moment, right, we need to conduct the CFF first, then we only can go to the second module, the following module. So for the CFF, so once you click in, right, okay, so see, there's a lot of information, right? It's already populated, so we no need to key in anymore. So it can save a lot of time. Okay, so you can straight away, right? Tap this exclamation mark. You go to this exclamation mark, then which part, which is customer personal data, haven't complete yet. So under this category, so you just tap for that. Then you just search for those like uh, star or maybe red colors one, but here we already pre-fill up. And for your information, if let's say your customer is a foreigner, let's say for example, it's a Singapore. Okay, if let's say you still can recap. In the beginnings, right, there's a simplified need analysis. We need to key in name, IC, date of birth, but the IC is not compulsory. So if let's say your approach is a foreigners, right? In the beginning, you no need to key in IC number because, right, foreigner, they do not have IC number. So when come to here CFF, right? So you key in this IC number as a passport, you choose for the passport. And then you only can choose for the nationality. So please bear in mind because there's a lot of like customer they approach, like for example for the JB agencies, right? So they approach a lot of Singaporeans, all right? So they have a lot of customer from Singaporean, all right? So actually this is a method lah. Okay. All right, then whether it's a foreign address or permanent address, same as a mailing address. If let's say you click this one, so all the information it will be populated. If let's say the address you already key in upfront, right? So all the information here also will be populated. So you no need to key in anymore. Okay, but of course for those like foreigners, right? The foreign address, so maybe they need to add over here lah, permanent address. Okay. So if let's say the children and also for the dependent detail in upfront, okay, if let's say you still can remember, if let's say you key in the simplified need analysis here, so all the information it will be populated. If let's say they are single, married, no children or no dependents, right? So you just tick if there's no children dependent is needed lah. Okay, so after you complete here already, so you can go to this complete declaration acknowledgement. Here, see all here because in the upfront simplified need analysis, we all got them already, we settled already. Okay, so you just tap here, declaration. Then actually declaration, you just click, okay, this one, okay, acknowledge, okay, just click for that. And then based on the information, CFF actually what is their objective, okay, rationale to buy for this, what we call the plan. Okay, so just tick relevant, then acknowledge that, then or it will light up the green tick. So after light up already, so you just tap dashboard, click for the dashboard. Here, as I mentioned, right? So after you complete CFF, right? Actually, we are very good for this iMS, right? So we no need to go through by modular already. Actually, we can go for POIV or we can go for the e-app, but make sure the IC must be correct and also fill out under this e-app. Later on, I will show you where to fill out this e-application. Okay, so for this pro activation, let's say in this case, right, the customer want to go for this POIV first. So you can tap here. You don't need to go through this process because maybe there's a lot of information need to fill out. Okay, so you can go back and fill out. Then this POIV, you can go in and then the customer give you the IC. Then all the information, make sure it's correct because it's exclamation mark because we haven't scanned the IC. So in the POIV, right, actually the customer, they can go for in-person or maybe remote. Okay, there's a two method. Let's say the customer is in front of you, right? So in person. So basically, just take the IC. Then after you click the exclamation mark, right, you just click this icon for the camera. Okay, but remember, you must select in person. You click that and please click to capture the genuine and also physical ID. Okay, why we want to purpose mention here, don't use phone IC, then you snap the picture. Okay, so this is not the right way. Physical genuine and physical ID, which is the original, give you one in front of you one because you have the right to verify the authenticity of the person. All right, so we need to scan the front and the back. So you just click scan. Okay, then scan the IC. Okay, and then after scan, you just click this red button. So actually, we also built in this frame. Once you click the camera, they will have this frame. So within this frame, all right, then Then let's say you feel that this IC is good to go, right? Then you just click this green tick lah, and make sure the image is clear. We're able to see all the information on the IC. Okay, and same also for the back. Same, click. All right. After scan already, you just click done lah. Okay, and make sure you need to online, because right, we will do this verified. So please, you need to online. After you click this verified, right? Actually, they will give you a checklist. Okay, which one is not mismatched or maybe have some defect. And let's say your IC actually is sui lah ha. Wow, okay, look nice. All information captured already. So green tick, okay, will appear. Then you just click for the done, meaning to say success already. And here from exclamation mark, it will turn to green tick already. Then you just tap for go back. If let's say it's a field case, right? Okay, field case is like, for example, sometimes, right? The IC maybe will be a bit chat already lah. Okay, unable to capture some of the data, but don't worry. Okay, this is not your fault. Okay, it's not the customer fault as well. It's not the system fault as well. Okay, because sometimes, right, because of the IC will be a bit chat lah, and then a bit look dirty already, right? Actually unable to capture, but don't worry. As long as all the information character provided, okay, so actually you can do this what we call appeal. In the button, actually they will pop out the message, right? You can appeal, but only for certain defect. For example, varied IC, live IC, and also IC number, which is a mismatch. And sometimes the gender also will mismatch, because right, I do the experiment before. Under this picture, right, the bottom here they will put .1 ma, and then the IC, right, a bit chat a bit, right, actually like unable to detect. Okay, seriously. So there's a lot of agency facing this common error, but don't worry, you still can do this appear lah, because you already fill out all the information already ma. But however, right, the submissions, right, it will go for manual underwriting. Let's say you click for this appear lah. Okay, so basically this is an example for verification failure incorrect data. So sometimes, right, these ICs, right, actually we fill out like this one is a correct one. Actually they will put up 7 and 1, right? Actually because of the font type actually is quite similar lah, so unable to detect quite perfectly. All right, so actually you still can do this kind of appear lah, and also for the gender and then the name, maybe sometimes it will be mixed spelling. All right, so just now that one actually is for the in-persons, which is the customer in front of you, give you the IC. We do this POIB. If let's say your customer is outstation, okay, it's not in front of you, right? So actually we can do this kind of remote POIB. So how we are going to do that, right? So the sales intermediary, so you can choose for this remote. All right, so once this remote, right, then it will part of this what we call email, the email address. Make sure the customer email address is correct lah, like I mentioned in the earlier lah. So you just click for this send email, then you will pop a message, or the email is sent to example for this person or not, confirm email is correct or not. That's why the email, customer email, is very, very important lah, because right, this is for the NRIC verification purpose. So after that, you confirm email is correct already, then you just click send. So basically this is a flow chart for you. Okay, it's like let's say the customer using a different devices. Let's say they are using mobile, right? Okay, so it will link to this landing page, capture my card, my kit, and then the verification process will be complete. If let's say the customer is using the tablet or maybe a desktop, right? So they need to scan this QR code using the phone, scan, right? Then it will link to this landing page, capture to this verification process. Why? Because right, desktop and the laptop, we don't have the camera function one, ma. Am I right? So that's why they need to use the phone, capture on the screen, then use the phone to capture the IC lah. So this is the reason why. Okay, so normally, right, what type of email the customer will receive, right? So this is a sample for the email. So just search for the, click here. Okay, but make sure all the information is correct lah. Like even those, right, in the emails, we also will give a guideline to the customer how to capture, follow the step, and then how to do this submission remove POIB lah. Okay, and please bear in mind the links, right, is only valid for 7 days, which is 168 hours lah. Okay, so Later on, I will brief you this important notes for login. Click here. So if customer log in via mobile device, proceed to step 2A, and customer log in via laptop, tablet, proceed to step 2B. Actually, this is my slide print screen. So later on, we will go through. Okay, here. So for step 2A, right? So after they click here, they scan already, right? So this is a mobile phone. Okay, this is a mobile phone landing page, right? So they just click start now, blah blah blah. Okay, just click start now. 2B is a desktop, so use the phone to scan this QR code, then it will link to this your landing page already lah. Okay, so after that, right, just take photo. Then after take photo already, then just submit lah. So very simple. Okay, very simple. Not sure you do this nowadays AirAsia also using this kind of verification already lah, to do this what we call boarding checking lah. So not sure Mr. Tan or maybe Eddie you experience for that or not. Okay, so let's say there's a defect or maybe they feel that a blur the versions, right? So you just retake lah, retake. Okay, then take again the temperature for the back. This is a front, this is a back. Okay, front back also need to take, and then after that, even though it let's say no good, so you can retake again. Then at the end, right, please don't forget to click submit to proceed. So after that, right, so it will show you this kind of sample. Even those, right, you wish to retake, right, also can have for both, right? So after you take already, then you make sure all the information provided is correct. Okay, make sure customer check again. Then before they click for the confirm. Then once they click confirm, right, then the verification is complete. All right. So once the customer complete already, right, so basically, right, the agents, right, they will receive this kind of what we call the email lah. The result is clear, blah blah blah. Okay, so here they put sales intermediary, which is like Mr. Tan. Okay, so you will receive this kind of email lah. Once the customer complete already, then you can back to your iMS app, right, to continue your submission step already. So you can go back to this what we call search for under this e-app view proposal form. You look for the customer data, then you go case, customer behind case, then you tap to these POIBs, right? So here they will reflect it. So all is a success. Okay, done already. Okay, so if let's say, what about if let's say the IC authentication verification field or OCR data matching field? Okay, so actually we have these 3 attempts to redo this verification 3 times. If let's say 3 times also cannot, right, then the customer need to contact you back already because each we only have this 3 times attempt, and some more, right, the number of attempts, right, we cannot be reset anymore. Okay, so this is like sample. Let's say this field, all right. So actually, let's say, like I mentioned earlier, some of the information actually is mismatched, all right. So they can do this kind of appeal lah, but for certain information lah, like I mentioned, maybe a gender lah, maybe the IC number lah, the tag is not matched. All right. Just since we are talking about these POIVs, right? So when doing the scanning for these ICs, right, there will be a do and don'ts lah. Okay, first of all, right, how we can make sure very fast POIV and successful verification without annoying, right? Okay, this is a common error faced by the agency. So make sure, okay, genuine and physical IDs to perform the scanning, and also take note on the full name and number. The NRIC lah, number application is same as ID, because sometimes, right, we will mislook, okay, the IC punya number digit. All right, how can I scan so many times? Cannot pass through. Why it's got defect one? Who knows at the end in the upfront key in wrong IC number. Okay. So please book up mata besar. Okay. And ensure the ID is clearly view lighting is sufficient and there's no glare. Okay, because right. Okay, sometimes it will be a reflection. The lighting is too strong. Okay, and some more our surface from our ICs, right, it will be very smooth, and then it will have this kind of reflection. So it's unable to capture the data. All right. So this is a common area. Just want to share with you all guys, right? So like for example, there will be a two light refraction, okay, appear the light, maybe the IC put under the lighting, okay, ngam under lighting, right? So it will have this kind of a reflection, okay. Then here and some more, right, in our IC they will have this kind we call hologram, and once the lighting put in, and then the hologram, it will reflect very strongly, and then will cover some of the digit. All right, and even though the name, the IC as well. Okay, and then sometimes the spelling, okay, for the IC, okay, so please, this is so the most common error lah. This is based on the underwriter they give us a feedback, so we use this platform to let everyone know over here lah. So please take note for that lah. Okay, so please don't repeat don't repeat all these common error. Okay, so right now, as we will go to this e-app guide. So since POIV we settled with Gautim already. Okay, so the green tick, it will appear. Okay, now we go to this e-app. E-app is like the proposal form. There will be a lot of health question lah, and then we also need to know about what is their customer punya working, their natural working, their what industry lah. All this information we haven't filled out. So here there will be a lot of information under exclamation mark. So that's why, right, we can do this POIV at the upfront, then go back, right, we will do this part. So can save a lot of time, save customer time. Okay, but by right, to complete the sales process, right, we should fill out all this in front of the customer lah. Okay, so you tap this exclamation mark, so all these details, so I won't go through one by one. This is all basic information, and even though including their, like I mentioned, their working, their type of business, their employer, all this information we haven't filled up yet. Okay, so the relationship between these, okay, and then whether they are foreigner or not. Okay, so this is the base. After counting already, then green tick, it will appear. Then the policy detail, you scroll down, okay, and then go to the payment. Okay, so whether we have this extended payment plan or first time payment. So basically here we only have the cash lah. So you just choose cash or credit card. Okay, so the first time payment, you just choose cash lah. Then even though, right, let's say the customer, oh yeah, accidentally pay over the premium, exceed the premium. So how we are going to settle, manage this kind of premium? So either it's go for top up or future. Normally, a lot of agency, you will choose for the future premium lah. So click for the future premium. Then after that, right, we will go to this existing life policy. So existing life policy is whether they got cancel the policy before or not lah. They have any been in this what we call non-forfeiture option lah, automatic premium loan lah, or before they have admit to the hospital or not lah. So this is a life policy, or what we call the question. So next, right, is a nominee or trustee. So if, let's say you don't know what is a nominee, what is a trustee, right? So even though here they have a guideline over here. Okay, so if let's say at the moment they don't want to appoint any nominee yet, right? So you just click for tick if there's no nominee. If let's say they want to add, then they can tap here, tap to add the nominee. So fill out the information accordingly lah. Okay, then tick for acknowledgement to submit the trust notification form. Okay, if let's say for trust nomination form, we still, even though we fill out at iMS, right? So we still need to submit the physical copy. Okay, physical copy for trust, because we need trustee to sign ma. So just add trustee, then fill out all the information over here. Then nominee trustee Gautim, then we go to the health question over here, then click here. So just fill out accordingly their height, their wealth, weight. Okay, so what is the difference between like iMS for compared to the manual submission form? So in iMS, right, we will have categorized all the health question into category segmentation. So it's easier for you to go through the question lah. Okay, so the first part is tell about the height and the weight, and then the second part is to tell us more about the lifestyle accordingly. Okay, so just declare accordingly, and then basically just now, right, one of the features for this iMS, right, we have built in this what we call auto underwriting engine. So in let's say one of the question you click yes, right, so it will be reflect, okay, another question. So it's something like further requirements, further question. Let's say you are using manual forms, right? You need to attach another form, and somehow you need to choose the relevant forms, right? So it's very mafan, very leceh, right? So in iMS, right, we already built out all these functions. So somehow, right, the questions, right, we also simplify, easy to answer. And even though at the end, right, this automatic engines, right, it will define this case, right, actually it's part under mild, moderate, or maybe severe. Okay, so this is very canggih technology lah. Okay, so after you click yes, right, so this is a reflexive question. So even though they will reflect, then choose all the question accordingly. And then just want to let Mr. Tan or maybe AD know about that, right? So please, okay, choose whatever the option provided by this reflexive question, okay? And please don't, I cannot find that, like, I just click others, okay? So wherever, so based on underwriter, 80% punya answers, right, already built in inside already. So please choose that because, right, if let's say you're using the tax form, right, then actually they are, it's not to say unable to analyze, okay? So maybe, okay, for the text form, right, it cannot straight through the case. So maybe they need to use the eyeball to do the checking already. Okay, so please bear in mind. So if let's say you use all these drop-down listing, the options provided by this auto writing underwriting engines, right? So it can automatic underwrite, automatic define the case, right? Actually, their condition is go to severe or mild or moderate, as I mentioned earlier. Okay. So like this is a drop-down listing. So please choose whatever the option, the drop-down listing in the auto writing under engine here. Okay, so just choose accordingly. All right. Then this is a reflexive question. So they will link to the question, next question, next question. All right. Then next, right, we will go to this, okay, under the, which is more what we call the gist for the help question. So to ask from head to toe their conditions level. All right. So if let's say the customer click, there's no right. Actually, here they will give you a summary. So we no need to go through one by one already, but make sure the customer declare all the question, all here the conditions, right? They do not have. Then you just click confirm. No? If let's say you want to review, right? Then they need to go for question by question already lah. This is a question by question already. If let's say they click no, okay, which is the option for this. I would like to review my answer. So I need to answer one by one already. If not, they can sum all here, they click all no already. So I no need to waste my time to click no, 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 no. So I just click one confirm here, they will help me to, okay, skip that already. So, but you need to review over here lah. Okay, so this is also a sample for the reflexive question, which is quite similar to the front. So I'm not going to repeat. So the rest, right, is a categorized already. So just declare accordingly all the question. So after you complete already, then you just tap to go back to the proposal detail. And the last part, right, actually is a FATCA area So FATCA, normally we are under this non-US person lah. So please declare accordingly. Then this is most of us is under this Malaysia tax resident lah. So Malaysia tax resident, whether they are political exposure person or not, so declare accordingly. So after complete already, then we just tap dashboard tab to go back. Then we counting the EF and POIV already. Then we go to this proposal form. Actually, this proposal form, right, is to generate all the document I feel I just now. Okay, so definitely they need to take a few minutes, not few minutes, depends on how comprehensive you are. So maybe just take some time, okay, to generate all this information lah. All right. Then for those like manual, right, so you can submit this manual submission to the branch or even though to the HQ. So after generate, then it will become like Acrobat, Adobe, punya logo icon will appear. Okay, so then even though you can do the refresh button or you can email all this information to the customer lah. Okay, then after generated already, right, you click for the dashboard. Or maybe you can click for this accordingly, right? So this is a document generated PDS, SI, confirmation advice, CFF, and also proposal form lah. Okay, even though you click here, you can email to the customer together. Okay, so after settle, so we will go to the signature for the PI, e-signature. So in signatures, right, actually we have 3 types of method. In digital, we have 2 types, and hard copy signs, we have one type we call EF form, or we call iMS Lite. Not sure you heard this word before or not. Okay, so we'll go through one by one. Don't worry, we'll go through the hard copy sign, which is the agency like the most lah. Okay, but I will recommend you to use the digital signs. This is a moving trend lah. So hard copy signs, right? You need to submit this hard copy app authorization. So once you click this hard copy sign, then you continue. So basically, your customer will receive the email like they already go through all this proposal lah, the CFF lah already lah. Okay, then the customer no need to do any acknowledgement. They just receive this email lah. Okay, if let's say they want to open these copies, right? So they need to key in the password lah. So basically, password is their date of birth lah. Okay, so after you click this, what we call hard copy size already, right? Then this the signature is Gautim already. Then here you can reflect the check status for the policy lah. They will reflect the status lah. Okay, so maybe for example, receiving or waiting for manual underwriting lah. Okay. Then after that, right, you can go to this payment. So payment wise, right, you can either scan the QR code, let's say the customer in front of you. So they can use the phone to scan QR code, proceed to the payment, or otherwise, right, you can send email. Okay. So normally, right, for hard copy signing guide, right, okay. So this is for SI only. Can you see that? Okay, maybe I go back. E-signature product illustration. For example, for those plans without auto extension, right, like for example, Well Series, Well Booster Plus lah, Well Go Plus lah, Well Game Plus lah. There's no auto extension features, right? No need to sign the SI. Right? Basically, they will blank that. Okay. So all these products, right? Actually, we have this auto extension features, right? So they need to sign the SI lah. Okay. Okay, so this is a SI, even though in a e-application authorization form, okay, need to sign for that. Okay, so this one need to sign accordingly. So normally signature for the life assured, policy owner, okay, must be complete lah, huh? Okay, regardless whether policy is a first party or third party. Third party policy is like policy owner, his father, maybe son is a, maybe life assured is a, maybe it's a wife or their spouse, all right? So this is under the third party policy. Okay, so that one is a hard copy sign. Now we move to this digital sign, which is a in-person, okay, in-person signing, which is customer in front of you. So you can use click digital sign, you accept. So do you have any remote signer or you click no, huh? If let's say you click yes, actually it's a remote signature. Okay, so customer is in front of you, you need to click no. Then you will pop up this message, you just click okay lah. Then the iMS very chunky one, it will lead you where to sign one. Okay, so you just search for these blue color columns, right? So normally policy owner need to sign first one. Okay, so sign, then once you tap here, they will pop up another box. All right, then sign. Even though let's say the customer feel that no sui lah, tak cantik lah, so you can tap to resign, refresh that. So after you the customer confirm, okay, I want this signature already, then you just tap this tick and it will pop up this message. Here they mention you cannot change the signature after confirmation. Are you sure want to continue or not? Let's say okay lah, can proceed. So you just tap yes. So the signature will populate already lah. Then the PI Gautim already. Now go to the e-signature. Same also to sign all e-application with including the CFF and also the proposal form lah. So normally the flow is CFF first. Same also sign. Then this is a proposal part lah. Same also sign. Okay. So this is signature. This is under the proposal lah. Okay. So this is under the intermediary agent. So agent need to sign here. CFF and also for the proposal form. So at the end, they will put out this document signed at where. Please, okay, according to the contract act, right? All the contract, because proposal is a contract, must be signed in Malaysia. Okay. And also, please don't put Malaysia. Please specific. Okay, the location set where you sign. BJ City lah, SS2 lah. Okay, Manado. Okay. Yeah. So after complete already, so you just click dashboard, go back and then click submit. Okay, so once you click submit, right? Okay, it will link to this agency portal lah. Okay, so to check the status. Okay, all right. Then after that, next, right? You will proceed to this what we call the payment lah. So the payment same also. It's the same thing lah. So no need to repeat. Okay, right now, just now is a digital sign. So now we go to the just now is a what we call face-to-face lah. So now it's a remote signing guide. Actually, it's quite similar to this remote POIV. Okay, but slightly different. Okay, so if let's say the customer at our station, you want to send this what we call a link or ask the customer to sign, right? So you same also, you click PI because PI here have a complete ma. So you click digital sign, accept. So do you have any remote signer? Then you just click yes. No, meaning to say it's a face-to-face. Yes, it's a remote signature. So you mean to say the customer at our station is not with you. All right. So once you click here, click yes. So normally, okay, the customer you will receive an email lah. Okay. So that once the customer receive the email, they click sign here. So he or she will receive this what we call the SMS. So that's why make sure email and also the phone number they key in must be correct. If not right, they cannot receive all these SMS code and also for the email. So the SMS actually we will send them is something like a OTP, but we call access code. Access code. This access code consists of 6 digits lah. So after they click this sign here, so they need to key in this access code into this email. After they sign, okay, they will link to another web page. So they click agree, then they just click sign, then also quite similar to the page lah. Okay, CF product illustration need to sign first. Same also they can even though re-sign again. Okay, but please remember after they sign, right? Okay, Mr. Tan need to ask the customer to click save. Okay, some of them forgot this step. Okay, so it didn't capture lah. So please remember, ask them to click save after they sign, then click finish. Then only done. Make sure they have this page, okay, appear. Then your iMS only can reflect your customer is already signed under SI. So after this SI sign already, right? Now you go to e-signature, same also, you choose for the remote, then you submit. Then they will pop out the message. You will not be able to amend once confirm. Then you just click confirm. Okay, then your customer, you'll receive another email. Just now is to sign those plans with auto extension. Remember, the SI need to sign. Okay, here actually is to sign e-app, which is consists of CFF and also the proposal form. Same also, customer click sign here, they will receive the access code through SMS. Then key in, agree, then click sign for the form. Here is a CFF, here is a proposal. Then even though here there's a bar, how many steps they complete already, how many percent. So after they sign already, the apply, okay, so remember to click save as well. And don't forget to click finish as well. Then make sure they have this page, you are done, pop up. Then you can check your iMS status. So after the customer sign already, right now it's agent to sign. Your turn. So click next, you agree, you sign, okay, agent sign, then save, and then finish. Then proposal sign at which location. Okay, so after that, you just click submit, then they will link to this portal, then you check the status, tap for online submission. Then after that, you will proceed to the payment lah. Same also, okay? So to view the submitted documents, right, actually, right, you can always view back to the proposal form over here. Then you can tap view to the agency portal. It will link to the agency portals, right? Then you click under this IM solution newbie submission inquiry. Then you type this policy number lah. Okay, then you're able to show they are all the document over here. Okay, then manager approval process, right? Normally for those agent, they are less than a year, right? So once they click submit already, the leader will receive the SMS lah. Okay, so to ask them to check the email. So once they check the email, they click this one, business inquiry, then they input the agent code. Maybe they can also select the date for the range, right? Then they search for that. Then they search for those they need manager approval. Let's say for example, action. Okay, click for these actions, right? Then they click approve. Then let's say after the approve, then they close lah. Let's say the manager disagree, they reject the case, right? So once they click reject, right, they'll pop up the message. You are required to key in the reason for rejection. Okay, so the manager need to provide the reason why they want to reject this case lah. So after they key in, they tick, then they reject, then they close. All right. So the agent actually they will receive the email notification from HLA lah. So why the manager will reject? Okay, the rejection reason also will be shown in the email. Okay, so right now, right, just now, right, we start at the payment parts, right? Okay, no matter it's hard copy signs, remote signature, or maybe for the face-to-face, okay, digital signs, right? So e-payment guides, right? So once, okay, this QR code show up, okay, as the customer in front of you, they can scan this QR code, then it will link to the web page. Or otherwise, the customer is not in front of you, you can send this email to the customer, ask them to proceed to the payment. So let's say after the customer scan the QR code, or even though they receive the email, they click that, then it will link to this HLA 360 to proceed to the payment. Okay, so they just make sure all the information is correct. They just click next. Okay, then they will say, are you sure want to proceed for the payment or not? So you just click OK. Then they select the payment method. Then let's say they choose for the credit cards, right? So actually they have this recurring payments option. So they just click for that. Okay, let's say they don't want, they can untick lah. Okay, so this is all the rules and regulations, terms and conditions, okay, blah, blah, blah for the disclaimer. Then after they read, then they just click proceed. Then after that, the transaction has been approved already lah. Okay, so whether they want to print out the transaction to keep as a copy, they also can lah. Okay, and last but not least, right, so we go to this acknowledgement and download the e-contract. As you know, right now, actually we are practicing this e-contract already. So we are encourage the customer to use this HLA the 360, okay, for the apps, right? Okay, also the customer, they can access their contract anywhere, anytime. So, and also for the contract, they need to do this acknowledgement because, right, that based on acknowledgement, the 15 days cooling off period will be start based on the date of acknowledgement lah. So normally the customer, they will receive the SMS once they have this policy ready. So even those, right, they also will receive this kind of email, okay? So from HLA delivery notified when the policy contract is ready. And once the customer, they get this, what we call the already enforced already, so they receive this email already. Actually, we also did provide the 8-page of the summary contract, and then agent also need to deliver this summary contract to the customer lah, okay, to brief the customer again lah, even though you also can guide them how to download this HLA 360. So in the email, actually they can click here, access to the policy contract. So normally they need to key in their date of birth, okay, so they accept. So once they accept, right, okay, so they will pop out another message, right, to alert. And because, right, once they keep this accept, right, so the cooling off period, they will be start. So once accept already, so meaning to say the customer acknowledge that already, then the cooling off period will be start from that day, start 15 days, all right? So for this HLA 360 customer, actually they can access the policy information, even though e-medical card, even though there's a lot of functions, they also can search for the panel hospital as well, which is nearby their house as well. So of course, it's in the app lah. Okay, so they can access the policy, and even though they want to do some payment online transactions, right, anytime, anywhere as well. Okay, so for the first times, right, the customer, they want to register, so they just click here lah. So this is the step. Also, they will guide the customer how to register this HLA 360 lah. Okay, so for Mr. Tan, for information, not sure you have this licensing or not. Okay, to waive the subscription and annual maintenance fee for this iMS solutions, right? So you need to submit the 2 cases using iMS solution within a subscription for the year lah. So this is one of the benefit, and also I think it's not that hard, right, to maintain to fulfill this criteria lah. Okay, so with that, right, this is my last slide. Okay, I will end my presentation, but before you go off, right, I need your favorites, right? So otherwise, you have any question you want to ask, this is are you able to your mic to ask any question? If not, right, I need your help to help me to scan this training evaluation. If let's say you're unable to scan, don't worry, I will put this link into the chat room. Okay, you can click the link. Okay, you can click the links, right? It will link you to the Microsoft form. Okay, so by the way, you choose the course is iMS Workshop. Okay, by the way, my name is Adrian. So if let's say you have any feedbacks, right, please do not hesitate to leave your feedback here. Okay, so if let's say you have any questions, right, so I will end my presentation over here. So thank you very much for your participation, and I see you when I see you. Okay, take care. Bye bye.